What's up, Hoopies and Hot Rods fans? It's Trey. It's another day, and now I'm in the frame doing the thing. So it's time to take apart Truck Norris. My brother, Eric Taylor, I just turned 47, and he got pit passes to Street Outlaws, and all that horsepower made me miss my truck. You know, I put it back together, I tore up the motor, put a Truck Norris cam in it from Brian Tilly Racing, and the motor I got from Eric, he wrecked his Suburban, has a lifter tap on the driver's side, and my son-in-law, B-Cat, ended up coming up with these LS7 lifters. So I'm going to repair the truck, and then we're going to go do some wicked cool, maybe track stuff, smoky burnouts, donuts, 100-mile-an-hour pulls, anything the truck will let me do. But anyway, I'm getting into it. I'll be talking Rambletron 5027 as I'm doing it. I don't want to move the can around too much. LS7. We come up with them. B-Cat had a buddy who was getting rid of all his projects and everything, and just gave it to him. Come got it. So free lifters. Anyway, let's get started. I gotta find my turbo wrench. Be right back. I got this wrench that I skinnied up and thinned up. It helps me get my turbo off. But we are just going to get everything ready for the heads to come off this thing. Hopefully I can have it prepped in just a few minutes here. I've only had it apart and back together a million times. I'm grabbing some wrenches that I keep with me inside the truck when I go anywhere. Just so you got something. You got to have something to work with. Sometimes you use a wrench as a wrench. Sometimes you use it as a knife. Sometimes you use it as a hammer. You know, a wrench. There's the oil feed line coming off. Tuck it back somewhere. I always take the fastener off, whether it be a bolt or a nut. I like to put it back on. That way you don't lose it. And it's right where you need it when it come back to it. Man, I can't wait to drive this thing with the new cam and lifters. Different motor. You know, this the motor I had before, I think, was from a 01, 02 model. Because the truck was originally a 4.8. I had, when I tried to take it apart, the cam, I had a bearing seized to it. And couldn't use it, or didn't want to try to use it, you know, because I didn't want to try to repair it and have trouble. I just wanted something that was decent. And a good friend of mine actually come up with the motor, sold it to me. He was helping me. He was helping me through getting it all together. This little plastic clip always gives me the business. I always end up dropping it just like that right there. I'm gonna zip tie that thing back together. I'm just kidding. I would not zip tie it back together. And this, my baby. My truck broke, my work truck, so I'm having to drive my uncle's truck home. I just happened to be repairing it. Oh, that was a task. Fold this back up out of the way. I'll show you a cheat code. You take and open up one of those little connectors. Bada boom, bada bing. It's up out of the way. And I'm not like a genius or anything, but. All right, here we go. Unhook my MSD two-step. Zip tie to the harness. So we'll try to leave that. But we'll bring it all the way back over here. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. I'll give you a dollar if you can tell me what the movie that was from. That's when Jim Carrey was cool. I mean, I thought he was cool. But maybe I'm a nerd. Nerd. Oh. Now I got shit stuck in my head. Stuff stuck in my head. Can't say shit. 1, injector plug. 2, injector plugs. 3. No, stretching. See, man, I just cannot get it. Oh. I hope y'all don't see any butt crack. Because I'm packing a lot of crack. 40 pounds of butt crack. All right, one more injector plug. Doo-dah. That one come off really easy. Oh, doo-dah day. Don't have, that one's off. Don't have a clue what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to figure out, got something unhooked here. Man, I got my boost reference sucks. I want to do a hard line. Like come off with a little copper line. No, I'm saying, dog. If that offends anybody, oh, we'll get a 16 millimeter. Or get this here belt off. Boom, this here belt is off. We'll slow that down. Man, it's hot. Yeah, man, I watched all those cars. We watched so many cars and trucks. There was a cool International Scout truck there. I guess it was LS and nitrous and probably supercharged, but just missing my horsepower. You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute. I got mad at this thing. I was going to Cars and Coffee one Saturday morning in Lebanon or Cool Springs, wherever it's at, and come out, got to the end of the driveway. Truck said check oil pressure or look at gauges. Look down, no oil pressure. Truck was quiet though, so I was like, I'll just go on. And I sit there for a minute and thought about it. I was like, all right, well, I'll just get a wrench out and I'll pull the oil feed line and see if I've got oil pressure. Because oil should go everywhere. Sure is slipping on a banana peel in a monkey cage, no oil pressure. So there was one time before that I lost oil pressure and I went in, took the oil pan off of it because the bottom of these LS oil pumps, there's a pressure relief valve, and sometimes it gets stuck. And if you go in there and unstick it, you'll have oil pressure. But what I didn't realize was I had material in the motor. The motor was coming apart. The surface material and stuff was coming off the cam. I think I got to take this alternator back because it was giving me a voltage regulator deal. Bam, bam. I took my stereo. Well, I took my amp out of it for the S10 we're doing. So I'm going to have to get me another amp. That won't be bad. It's only 110. It don't make a lot of noise. Get a little bit of water. A little bit of water. Forgot we didn't get the water out of it yet. Oh. I see. I'm doing it again. Doing it again. Yeah, we'll keep going. That's great. Oh, it's on the ground. And with that. We are going to go after the intake. Man, so we were at Street Outlaws. It's hot. I'm sweating. I'm sorry. And run into a buddy. I'm not gonna say any names, but it was good to see him. Hadn't seen him in a while, and he's doing some tuning. So might be able to go through that avenue for tuning. Although I want horsepower. You know what I'm saying? I want it tuned on E85. I want it to make power. I'm gonna have to go find me water and a tire to stand on. There we go. I got them bug painter pliers. You know how them bugs got them painters? Them bugs got them painters, boy. Oh, I need to take this up. See, shit stuck in my head. Ace Ventura. Missed it. There we go. There's a zip tie on it. Diego, sweaty. Is that side boob turn you on? It should, because it's my side boob. Oh, intake. Well, could be this cylinder because that's got a bunch of shit on it, stuff on it. All right, let's get this turbo off here. Turbo. Piece my filter sits over. I've got it taped so it doesn't wear a hole in each other. Not very good looking, but when the filter's on there, you can't see that. And sometimes you just gotta use duct tape. I don't know what to say. If you can't fix it, duck it. If you can't duck it, then forget it. You know what I'm saying? There once was a man from Nantucket. You know what I mean? And the saying keeps going. I think cream cheese is good in lasagna. Or is it sour cream? I don't know. There's cream in the word. I just like lasagna. I went to Garfield on Monday. When it goes back together, we might put Eric's turbo on here instead of putting mine back on. I don't think he'd like it too much. Probably might get another 9/16. Well, yep, far out. Ah, hot. I swear. There was one. Keep doing it. Keep almost sitting it there. All right, there's the easy two. See if we can get the hard two. Dum 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 dum. Man, I am just sweaty. Oh yeah, roll it, baby. old feed line off of it. There's the gasket. Kind of dark right there. Looks like it might have been losing some boost. Or, well, it would be exhaust. Yeah, exhaust was leaking. I did run the poo out of it. At one point it said, I'm done. I wish I would have saved the head gaskets from the last motor. They were connected in the middle between like the heads. So when I was reading, the heads were probably warped. And I just threw head gaskets at it when I did it. It's not like I did anything great. Cheap. Turbo. All right, I've got to get a bottle of water. Ooh, yeah. Well, I think this is where I'm going to call it quits for the night. For now. But I wanted to get it to this point. Tomorrow, tonight, I think what we'll do after the day's, excuse me, it's water. The day's work is done on everybody else's stuff. We'll get the water drained. We'll get the turbo log off. We'll get the exhaust off. Probably all the way down to the lifters. Get the heads back off of it. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy cool once we get it back going. And I started up and it's sitting here going, can't do a cam thing. I call it dancing or whatever. But can't wait. Sometimes you got to get out of your own way and just go do something. Take a few minutes. I'm going to look at this video and see how long it actually took me to get to where we're at. But anyway, enjoy ice cold H2O. All right. What's up, y'all? It's the next night. Of course, as always, it's Trey with Hooties and Hot Rods. It's late. Was working on a church van all day. Shop's a wreck, as always. But like I said last night, we're going to get this. I got my coolant catcher under here. We're about to get the coolant out of this thing. That way we can, get the heads off of it. Get these lifters in here. Get it tuned with the new Truck Norris cam. Basically, all I want them to tune for is the cam. I only had one other complaint about the previous tune that was in it. But that's neither here nor there. I'm ready to do just some wicked, smoky, sideways, turbo noise. Man, this thing, it's a heavy truck. I mean, and I would travel with tools, and it feels weightless. I mean, so much fun. I can only imagine what it would be like in a little bitty car, But I'm a truck guy, Chevy truck guy at that. All right, let's get started. And I'm also going to dig out my fancy whatchamadooger hose clamp pliers. These things right here. Click, 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 click. And we're going to shed some light on the subject, which y'all probably can't see what I'm doing anyway. Might have to do it from under the truck. I tried putting some transmission fluid over here in Rudolph's truck, and the detent cable was leaking, but I put more than 4 quarts in the pan and didn't start it. But again, it's leaking. I got to figure that out. It sucks. But that's part of it. So you want to be a mechanic, eh? Take my hat off for a minute. Stick my head under here. And probably crush my microphone. So you're probably not hearing nothing. Probably hearing me maybe make old man noises. Creepers rolling. Clickety, clickety. Click, clickety, click. Oh, slipped it off. I don't know if I can get to it from the top or not. What a pain in the booty. Pain in the booty. Gotta get some light. Well, I pulled a spark plug out of that thing. It was gnarly. I'll show it to you. Had, I guess oil cover, but when it went to change the oil, it was full of fuel smell. And it was missing. But I figured it was because of the plugs. They were gapped way wrong. But who wants to talk about a church van? Man, I had so much fun in this truck. And this truck went everywhere. When I say when I say everywhere, it went to Cincinnati on a regular basis. It went to Houston, Savannah, Georgia. Uh, shoot, I mean, just I can't even think of all the places. It went all over. I can remember I was cruising, headed down, and I was on the Sam Houston Beltway or whatever it is, and a couple Mexican dudes in a two-wheel drive extended cab, step side, LS based truck, had cutouts and stuff on it, and they were raising some cane on the interstate, and they pulled up next to me and goosed it, and I just let them go on. Well, I'm like, what am I doing? I'm in a turbo truck. So I got back up to him. At the time, this thing had a 410 in it, and I mean, it was just with a 410, it was hilarious, crazy. You're on the interstate at 70 miles an hour, and even with overdrive, this thing was just turning some RPMs, and I mean, it would move. Like when you throttle down on it and it come into boost, man, it was gone. But I got up there and we did 3 or 4 pulls with each other. I'd line up beside them, give them a chance to get all settled in and take off, and then I just wax their truck hood and tailgate with dust. But yeah, we did it 4 or 5 times and just about missed my exit. I'll never forget. You need to turn now. Like, oh. But hilarious fun. This truck has been hilarious fun. I mean, oh yeah, oh yeah, instant relief. Trying not to make a mess everywhere. Got a couple strays. Trying not to hit my AC line either. Last time I touched it, it seemed like it was leaking. Sucks. I just had all that crap fixed. I had an outside vendor fix it because I was traveling so much. I have to find something to plug this port. It's been a pain in the butt. And it just will not stop leaking. I don't know if I have anything. Nope. Don't have anything. See if we can't put the there. Let this thing bleed out a little bit. And then we'll work on getting something else off of it. I'm anxious to get one of the heads off and see what. I mean, it's had a few starts on it with this Truck Norris cam in it. I've started it and let it come up to temperature, and if the heads look like, or the head gaskets show me that I need to have the heads flattened or surfaced, or might be a few minutes before it goes back together. Take this downpipe off. But I doubt it. I'll probably send it just like I did the other motor. I mean, they're out there everywhere. You can buy LS in the junkyard relatively cheap. Heck, you can find trucks and stuff with bad transmissions with LS stuff in them for relatively cheap. Here's my wideband and downpipe. Made it myself. Did all the welding myself. Better touch some of that up. You should have seen the first. I made the first hot side kit for this thing, and I did it out of a stock log or my bad, stock manifold. Cut the top off of it, scab sprinkler pipe onto it. I'll have to get a shot of it. It's hanging on the wall in my garage. It was a turbo log, but we called it ET's finger. It's funny. It's all phone home. Anyway, the log and the crossover pipes hanging in my garage. That's what was on the truck when the truck went on the dyno. I'll have to get Eric to put the dyno video into this video. That way you guys can see the truck on the dyno when it was first tuned, and it was on very low boost. I don't even think it had a converter in it yet, a stall converter. But we'll get Eric to put that on there so you guys can see it. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, truck's been on the dyno. And it's never going to be some ultimate fast race truck or anything like that, but me and my wife enjoy riding around in it. I enjoy riding around in it. I like it when little BMWs hug up next to the back of the truck and expect you to get over. I'm a nice guy. I get over. And then I let them try to pass me. And then I just, I walk them and then I get back over. Oh, what? You couldn't keep up? Oh, my turbo's bigger than yours? But everybody, the truck looks so much like a sleeper, somebody's granddaddy's truck, just because it's not on the damn ground. Oh, it's a grandpa truck. It's lowered a little bit. Man, when I think of something like this, I think of the General Lee. I think of the TA and Smokey and the Bandit. I think of all those great movies. Uh, dang it, the Mustang in San Francisco, the chase. You know what I mean? Gone in 60 seconds, except for the bridge jump. I mean, come on, you jumping all that, and yeah. But the Fall Guy truck, man, y'all remember the Fall Guy truck? That thing was cool. Rambletron, 897,042. All right, let's get something else off. We still got the trickle trackle of the water crackling over here. It's gonna trickle trackle for a while. We're gonna dickle dackle with something else. The exhaust, I guess I didn't really, well, I did really, but getting under the truck and unhooking the 315mm bolts on this side because it's a stock. I use the stock connection, and then on the other side it's the V-band. Well, I couldn't get the V-band to seal up, so I did something different that I was sure that it was going to seal. I'll show you. You can always, everybody's like, oh, you got to have this and the best of that and blah, blah, blah. Man, I did it as cheap as I could because I got a family. And the truck has been fun. But just not shooting for the stars. Having something that's just a little bit better than what everybody else has got. Of course, I didn't come from much. Basically had to work for everything I got. Later in life here, there's been some things handed to me, which I'm grateful for. Coil pack off. Go after this other one. I've got power tools. Sometimes I like to use old school stuff. Let me take these heater core lines off here in a minute. Off the end of the water pump. Come on now. No, behave. I use, instead of, usually they have all the studs, the nut with the stud on top of it, and then back ones, I just use a regular bolt because it's shorter and you can get your tool back there. And then once you got it loose, which I do not have, usually you can give it a go by hand. Yep, there she goes. Number 2. All right, this camera is messing with me. Keeps cutting off. Anyway, I got the dang power steering. Where's it at? It's right there, up against the thing. See, yeah. But anyway, it's off. It's off. And I turned the camera around, so you're not using the good camera, you're using the shit front camera. The stuff, the bad front camera. Anyway, I'm watching you, camera. Keep recording. It's gonna be hard to work on the truck and watch the camera. All right. Anyway, so I gotta go down below to get the exhaust off. I guess that really should be my next thing. It went 2 minutes the last time. I just wonder if I'm out of storage or something. I'm gonna get that engine coolant temperature sensor out of there. These things break so easy. Don't want mine broken. Gotta have it. All right, I guess just go after the valve covers. I guess I can. Oh. I should have got up under the truck and did the exhaust port, let that coolant out there. Should be relatively easy. I mean, it just went back together. It's not like it's got a bunch of heat cycles on it. All right, still recording. Valve cover. You better record. Mm-hmm. Decently clean. It's hard work. Hard, hot work. Looking this amazing. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'm not bragging. This will be the first time I have documented this journey, taking this truck apart. You still recording? You better be. Somebody just text me. Not worried about it. Not worried about it. All right. Coolant bypass off of there. Still recording. Still recording. You got to keep telling yourself the end result is G-forces. I want them G-forces, man. Put me back in my seat, please. Bow, chicka, meow, wow. I have got to get the lower exhaust off. But what I'll do is go ahead and crack all these. Break them free.